Alright guys, Revolve Rossler here, and today I'm going to be doing my NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 predictions. Now the reason I'm doing this so early is because next week I'm going to have a lot to do. I'm going to have my Raw review, SmackDown, the NXT Cruiserweight Classic. I'm going to have to predict SummerSlam, and I can't predict that at the moment because I don't have a full card ready. I imagine there'll be some matches added on SmackDown, so I can't fully predict that card yet. But I do know the full NXT Takeover Brooklyn card. There's 6 matches scheduled. But before I talk about that, I do want to talk about a couple of things first. One, the G1 Climax comes to an end this weekend, I believe. And I do want to talk about a matchup that everybody's been talking about. Tomohiro Ishii against Kazuchika Okada. It was on night 13, I believe. And it was just an incredible, incredible match. You need to go and check this match out. It's on YouTube. You really, really need to go see this Ishii-Okada match. It's phenomenal. It's a match of the year contender, and definitely go check it out. Also, there've been some great matches in the G1 this year. I've liked Marufuji against Tanahashi was actually the match that went after the Ishii-Okada match, and while it couldn't follow that match is like near 5 stars. This Marufuji-Tanahashi match was pretty fantastic as well, so check that out too. There's been a great Yuji Nagata Nakajima match. Evil and Tetsuya Naito had a pretty good match. And Marufuji also had a pretty good match with Seiya Sanada. So they are just some of my top picks for matches of the G1. Marufuji had a great match with Okada actually on the first night as well. But yeah, I guess now finished with that, I'll talk about the NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 card. We'll start off with Ember Moon's debut. Now, we don't know who her opponent was going to be. I imagine it'll be one of the enhancement talent, maybe Liv Morgan, Peyton Royce, Aaliyah. It was going to be Billie Kay, but it seems like they've pulled back on that, and I think that's a good thing. Billie Kay should probably be kept strong at the moment as a good heel, because female heels are kind of easy to present because they have to be attractive. They have to have a sort of aura about them and a persona that just works as a heel, and I think Billie Kay is doing very fine with that gimmick, so I wouldn't have her lose to Ember Moon. But yeah, Ember Moon, regardless of her opponent, if it's Liv Morgan, if it's Aaliyah, if it's Peyton Royce, if it's, if it does end up being Billie Kay, she should still win, and she will still win. I know that, I don't know much about Ember Moon. I know it's Athena Reese, who used to wrestle on the Indies quite a bit, I imagine. Wrestled a bit in House of Glory Wrestling, which I've seen a bit of their stuff. But I've never seen her in action, so it's going to be interesting watching that matchup. The second debut at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 will be Bobby Roode as he takes on Andrade Cien Almas. And this should be a good matchup. I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to it too much, but I'm looking forward to seeing Bobby Roode's debut. I want to see how much he's changed his wrestling style since leaving TNA. I haven't seen him wrestle since he was in TNA, so I mean I don't think he has wrestled since he was in TNA, and some of his best matches actually late on in TNA were quite good stuff, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. Cien, I don't like the gimmick. I think Cien's kind of, as a character, he's kind of meh, but he's a good wrestler, but at the moment he's just very, very boring. Expect Bobby Roode to win that matchup. Both debutants should win their debut matchup like the 2 debutants at Dallas did in Aries and Nakamura. Speaking of Austin Aries, he will be facing No Way Jose. This feud has gotten kind of boring to me, and the ice cream van's outside. It's very, very loud. So Austin Aries against No Way Jose. This should be a very, very easy match to call. No Way Jose should not be pinning Austin Aries. Austin Aries should be the top heel in NXT after Joe leaves NXT sometime around December maybe, and Aries should be the top guy, the top heel in NXT with Bobby Roode and with Samoa Joe at the moment, and No Way Jose just isn't talented enough to be beating a guy like Austin Aries, and it doesn't make sense for him to be a guy with the career that Austin Aries has had, so expect Austin Aries to win there. So that's 3 heels I've gone with, and I think this will be a very unlike NXT Brooklyn last year, which is a it was a full face win show, 6 matches and they were all won by faces. This year I think it'll be an even split. As we move into the title matches, we've had 3 heels go over with Ember Moon. I've predicted that 3 heels will go over in Ember Moon, Bobby Roode and Austin Aries. Now I think 3 faces will go over, because the next match we're going to talk about is the tag team matchup. Gargano and Ciampa, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, taking on the Revival, Dash and Dawson. I think here there's a lot of stories they could do. They could have Ciampa split away from Gargano and turn heel and have him be a top heel, or they could have them just outright win the belts. Now, I really love Gargano and Ciampa. They are red hot at the minute. They had a great match, obviously, in the CWC, which I loved. And then they had a good show on NXT last week, and of course they won on NXT this week against Tucker Knight and Patrick Clark. So I think at NXT Takeover Brooklyn, they are looking very, very strong, but I don't think them beating the Revival looking this strong is bad for the Revival. So I would have Gargano and Ciampa beat the Revival and take the NXT Tag Team titles. I would have this match open the show. This match will be great. It's definitely the match I'm most looking forward to at NXT Takeover, and maybe even over all the SummerSlam matches as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Gargano and Ciampa. If they don't win the tag titles, I won't mind, because the Revival is such a fantastic tag team anyway. But I'd love it if they would win the tag titles, because that would be a stamp of approval on everything that Gargano and Ciampa have done in the last month, basically. And it'd be a cool moment for Gargano and Ciampa, and they are a really good tag team. Now we have the NXT Women's title match, Asuka versus Bayley, the match we saw at NXT Takeover Dallas. I expect this to be the most predictable match on the card outside of the Ember Moon match. Asuka should retain against Bayley. Bayley should have a stronger showing than she did in Dallas. She probably shouldn't submit to the Asuka lock again. She should probably be pinned by Asuka, maybe with a head kick. I don't know how they're going to pin Bayley. It's a lot harder to... It's very, very hard to beat a character like Bayley, because she's so credible as having so much fight, and she's very Sami Zayn in that way, but Sami Zayn was pinned several times in his career in NXT, so they can have this work. Asuka should win. She will win. It'll be a great matchup, and I hope it's better than the Dallas one. The Dallas one was a great matchup, but it followed the Nakamura match, and I felt like this year they can't have the Asuka match follow the Nakamura match, because there's two Japanese stars and they're both probably going to win their matches. So I would have this match third on the show, fourth on the show actually, and I'd have this match fourth, and then after that I'd probably have the Austin Aries No Way Jose match as the buffer match, and then I'd have the main event. But yeah, Asuka should beat Bayley here, and I'm looking forward to it. It should be a great match. And now we have the main event, Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe, NXT title. This match should be awesome. This should rival the best matches of the weekend. Joe and Nakamura are two of the best guys in NXT currently. Joe's had a great run as champion lately. I think his match with Balor at the end was actually better than I first watched it. I give it probably 3.5 stars. It's a very good cage match instead of just a good cage match. But Samoa Joe's time as champion was going to be short, and I always knew it would. He should lose to Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura is the hottest thing on the WWE currently. He's doing so well. He's having the best matches, and he should be the NXT champion. Should be an awesome matchup. I'm really looking forward to seeing Nakamura take the NXT title from Samoa Joe. So that's been my NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 predictions. Tell me your thoughts. Who do you think is going to win at NXT Takeover Brooklyn? Have you seen any of the G1? Are you a fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling? What did you think to the Ishii Okada match, if you did? Do you think the Marufuji Tanahashi match was better? Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Raw Rossalot. I was going to think of another question, but couldn't. This has been Raw Rossalot. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. I hope you enjoy NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Now I have to go and actually play some video games, because I've been out of the loop a little bit. So thanks, guys. This has been Raw Rossalot. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.